Hey, it's William Lee from Flowers and Scents with your floral industry buzz. Hey, today we're going to interview Jenna Grzycki of Rosaprima and Juan Martin Gomez of Rosaprima. He's the COO and Jenna is the North American sales manager. Now, Rosaprima is one fine Ecuadorian rose farm that I visited several times, and I thought I'd bring it to your attention because they're doing something special there. So, without further ado, Rosa Prima. Rosa Prima, welcome to Flowers and Scents. So nice to have you here. We've been sort of talking about this for months, and here we are finally pulling this off. So, um, Jenna, and you're the North American sales manager, right? And Juan
Correct.
Martin, you're the COO, which makes you Chief Operating Officer, I guess.
That's correct.
Okay. Um, let's get right to it because look, Rosa Prima is a beautiful farm that grows beautiful flowers. However, there are many beautiful farms that grow beautiful flowers. I don't think the level of quality these days from Ecuador and or Colombia or wherever is quite high. Um, so one question is going to be why Rosa Prima? What y'all doing different? I mean, I've seen it, but let's talk about it a little bit. You really have a nice operation. You have a beautiful farm, a very well-run organization headed by Ross, who I invited to talk to do this interview, and he said, "No, talk to the people that really know what's going on. Don't talk to me. I'm liable to say something stupid." So he elected you. So here you are, and I've been reading over the website. You have a lot of great things. You've been in business for 25, 6 years, something like that, I guess.
27.
So tell me in a few words, why Rosa Prima?
Well, there's a bunch of things. There's not only one thing that it's why Rosaprima. We think it's the way we treat our clients, the way we treat our flowers, how we pack our flowers, so you always have a consistent quality. Um, there's always a saying that in flowers you never know what's gonna happen if it rains, if it not rains, if you're gonna have any of the different or variables that can affect the flowers. But with Rosa Prima, the consistency I think is the major product that you will have always is the same. You will have always the same color, the same length, the same head size. It will open, the cutting stage will be perfect. So the whole bunch will be really well at the base or at the event that you need. And if you receive a box of flowers, you don't have to open to see how they are. You can send to your client directly, and you will have the confidence that Rosa Prima is trying to do the best, not only for us, but for you too.
Hey, that's a very good statement because wholesalers often like to peek in their boxes and make sure that they're not sending something that they don't want their customer to see. And that brings me to a point because I noticed that you're not sleeving your flowers. Is that true? Is that
That's true. That's true. That's something that we're trying always to save the planet. We're trying to recycle our own plastic that we use in our greenhouses, and to use less plastic in the world. So we're doing some trials. It's not something that everybody can have it, because we want to, as quality is one of our most important things. We want to really check that there's nothing that happens in the winter, in the summer, in all the different parts of the year. So we will have the same quality, and our clients will be always wanting Rosa Prima flowers.
so you're doing the normal cardboard wrap around the heads, but normally then you would sleeve the whole bunch, which of
Correct.
course is a whole bunch of plastic that gets thrown away somewhere along the line.
Correct.
So I applaud that idea. And before I go too far, first of all, I'd like to thank Rosa Prima because as the latest sponsor to Flowers and Scents, your banners are up on the site, and I'm certainly honored to have them there because again, Rosa Prima is just one of the finest farms that I've ever been on. And while I'm there, let's see if I can pull this off here because I'd like to show you. I can't. No. All right, I was going to show you a picture of Ross looking at flowers because one of the greatest thing about going to Rosa Prima and some of the farms is you get to go into the greenhouse where they have all these codes, codes being just flowers that haven't been named yet, and walking through there like Candyland saying, okay, like that one, that one's pretty. Oh, that one's prettier. Oh, and then being able to come back and say, hey, this is the rose I liked, and maybe even that rose might even become in production if all it meets all the other criteria. I also noticed that you are saving 80 million gallons of water. How do you do
Yes,
that?
yes, we have our zip line that was made 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, no, 2019. Yeah, when we had our forest part of the farm, and we wanted to have the same quality and don't lose the quality during the transportation from the greenhouse to the post-harvest.
So what we do here is we have maybe the forest part of the farm is 2.5 kilometers away. What we do is, if we do the regular way, it will take like 45 to 50 minutes of our rows to get into the post-harvest. And then if that happens, it will dehydrate it and the production.
So we did a zip line that it's electronically moved by cord, that it will take 2.7 kilometers from the farthest part of the farm to the post-harvest in 19 minutes. So that's really quick, and we don't lose any quality.
Yes, I saw
And the
that.
hydration of the flower is really good, because it gets to a lower temperature in the post-harvest, and it can hydrate much better.
Okay, but that explains getting the flowers into the greenhouse fast. I mean, out of the greenhouse and into the post-casecho faster. But where's the 80 million gallons of water come from?
And the way that before, in a regular greenhouse, you had to put, every hectare had 4 stations of 3 different buckets that had 80 liters each one. And for assuring the hydration, every day we had to throw out that water and put a new water inside every day. So without that usage of that buckets at the greenhouse, now we can take directly to the post-harvest, and that water is treated so we can last 5 days. So we don't have to throw it away every day.
Beautiful. That's wonderful. Yeah, because that's something that almost all the growers do. They have stations where you hydrate the flowers, waiting for the guy to come along with the truck or the donkey or the wagon of some sort to cart them away. Okay, well, hey, let's talk about something else here, Jenna, because as the sales manager, one of the things that I really respect about Rosaprima, many of the really big farms, of which you are one, have sort of really catered to this mass market and not necessarily the wholesale market. Where I believe Rosaprima's focus is on the wholesale market and the designers, and you have a luxury brand which is all over your website. So and in fact is true. So that's, I think, the proper medium for you, or the proper clientele for you. But it's tempting, because everybody, big farms tend to like to jump in and grab those big orders from wholesale, from mass market.
Well, Willie, that's where it really becomes our niche. We're trying to protect the wholesaler. That segment in our industry is extremely important, and we don't want that to fade away. So we focus on developing really strong relationships with the wholesalers, and then they carry it out to their florists and their designers, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, there are a few exceptions here and there, but that is our main platform at the time, and I think it's going to be for years to come.
Well, of course, the bouquet business is not something to be ignored. It is a big business, and I know that Rosaprima probably deserves to have some place in it. But I know, as somebody who was grown up in the wholesale business, and the whole life has been about that business, the fact that you're specializing it and focusing on it is really important, because a lot of times supermarkets say, or customers say, well, I want the supermarket to carry my flowers. Well, not necessarily. It's all a matter of who you want to carry your flowers, and the brand that you're trying to protect. And you have a pretty big brand that you certainly are trying to protect.
We have customers, wholesalers in 5 continents in this world, so it's a pretty big deal, and that's kind of the momentum we want to go with. I mean, the future is, obviously, you never know, things happen, but for now, that is where we're putting our main energy in, and it's been good. It's been good our wholesalers are really good partners, and they've been good to us, so that's all we can give back.
Well, with 5 continents that you're serving, you certainly have a broad perspective of what's going on in the flower industry. And how are you feeling these days? What's going on? Obviously, we've been through COVID, and we've been through the worst times and the best times. And after the many shows that we've both attended here over the last several months, the question is, what happens next? What's going on? Is it going to survive or continue, or is the air going to come out of the balloon? What do you think?
I personally think that the floral industry has been through a lot in decades, and it was able to always survive. I feel like now more than ever, flowers are really essential in people's life. At least people now acknowledge that flowers do make a difference. So we're not going to go anywhere, that's for sure. But things are definitely uncertain. We're all kind of learned with COVID that we just have to go day by day and turn those uncertainties into opportunities. That's where the key lies. It's so easy to just go down the rail and become negative and see everything is like, oh my God, everything is going wrong. But you just have to look at opportunities. There's actually a book, there's an author that Wufsa had at Devex, and the book is called Thrive. And that's exactly what it talks about is opportunities, looking for opportunities in uncertain times. Because if not, what else do we have left? We have to stay positive, right?
Indeed, indeed. We need to stay positive. And I noticed on your website again that you have a lot of invites for distributors. So how do you work with distributors? Does anybody can call you Rosaprima up and get flowers, or you obviously have a process, but what is the process?
We do have a process. Obviously, anybody can reach out to Rosaprima and say that, hey, we're looking for, we would like your roses. So then we find a partner that we already work with in their area, and we kind of connect those two together so they can go via our wholesalers and do it the right way. But anybody can reach out. Of course, we have a really huge presence on Instagram, with doing all the live sessions that we've been doing every month, and the audience keeps growing, and it's becoming more and more interactive. I feel like we're sharing really good content to really let our viewers see a part of Rosa Prima that you don't see every day, because most people see just opening the box and seeing the roses, but like that whole behind the scene that you got to experience in Ecuador, that's kind of what we try to put out through our live sessions. And yeah, we have a huge following, and everybody's welcome. We're all big one flower family.
Okay, good. Hey, Juan Martin, so, on the farm there, you are growing now. Obviously, you're known to be a rose grower. That's your main crop. But I did see peek in there and see some ranunculus now, right?
We have ranunculus and anemones.
And
So
anemones as
those are
well.
the two newest products. We're getting, at the beginning, we had only the line that's elegance. We had all the colors. And now we're adding Hanoi, Igloo, a lot of the new Hanois that are coming. And we have a lot of things that for the wedding season, we're going to get out. So there's a lot of new things that are going to be incredible for the market.
Yeah, anemones, they're two exotic, very exotic looking flowers. I love anemones. They're just so delicate. You don't want to touch them. You're afraid like they look like glass. They're going to break or something. And the ranunculus, God, they've come such a long way. They really look like roses. So I think it's a nice complementary product.
And the good thing is the base life of both products. I think they're getting really, really well. So you can use for an everyday vase, not only for different events, but you can have a vase of ranunculus at your house, and it will last a lot. And I think they're beautiful, beautiful too.
Very nice
Absolutely.
flowers. Yeah. And have you had much success with the customers liking them, or what?
They
They're
love them.
liking them a lot. They're
They are.
liking them a lot. And
Yeah,
the
the
good thing
customers are really providing really nice feedback on the product. So it's nice to see, another line of product that also has that, quality and exceptional detail to it. It's really cool. So customers are definitely giving good feedback.
And of course, you jumped in a while ago, I believe, on the fragrant roses, the garden rose. You are one of the distributors, I believe. So you have a nice line of garden roses, yes?
yes, we're the exclusive for David Austin's
I thought so.
in Ecuador. We're the only growers right now that has all the line from David Austin. We're getting into Guavaras. That's something that we're getting in this year. It's a Japanese breeder that is sending us some varieties. And we have another line that's from other breeders that has scents too. So it's becoming a great line for all the wedding season as well.
Okay, well, I did peek over here and I want to show you something here. Can you see that? Do y'all see
Not
that?
yet.
Not
No,
yet.
not yet.
Oh, why not? If you don't see it, how come I can see it? Okay, well, anyway, I was showing a picture of that nice table you set up that I had breakfast at.
Oh, that was amazing. I missed that. That was
Yes.
such a beautiful morning.
Oh, it was wonderful. I just happened to stumble in on it, and luckily Ross had an open seat for me, so I snuck in on the party.
Always for Willie.
I'm only one guy. I'm not too big, so I don't take up much space. I don't eat too much. Well, I was hoping. I guess I don't know how to use my screen share here, but I was hoping to show you a picture of Ross with that big flowers he was holding up. But anyway, I'll learn how to do that better later. Hey, it's been fun talking to y'all. So Rosaprima.com, Rosaprima, one word, no capital P, just Rosaprima.com. Hey, you guys are good. The farm is beautiful, and it is a little bit more beautiful than many of the farms I'd have to admit. Okay, in terms
Oh,
of the
thanks, Willie.
That's great.
infrastructure,
That's great.
you know, I'll give you credit for that. It is a fine farm run by nice people, very high quality, very professional, and it's my pleasure to have spent a little time there. So, thank you for your time today.
We
No, thank
appreciate
you,
you,
Willie.
Willie.
We
Okay.
appreciate your time, and hopefully everybody could come to our farm and visit because it's amazing.
Hey, if they don't, it's their loss because it is one fine farm and again, full of nice people. So y'all have a
And
We
nice
had a
day
blast.
the best sales team. So
and
you,
best sales team.
our
All right.
manager, can do
Thank
that.
you.
Ciao.